I was born December 27th, 1943, supposed to be born in February. Mom had low bar pneumonia when she had us. And so Captain Davis delivered and said to my mother, "You're not done yet," when Kathy came out, my twin. She said, "You've got another one in there." So so we were born, and Mom didn't hold us for 6 weeks. That was back in 1943. They take us home. Kathy's walking. I'm not. I'm crawling around. So we moved to Indiana, and Mom had attack of appendicitis, and doctors came to the house, and he told them, "You need to take her to Riley's Children's Hospital," and that's when they discovered that I had cerebral palsy. So they put the braces on me, like Forrest Gump wore, and I wore them till I was 12. And Mom and Dad made me do everything. So the parents, Mom and Dad's family, they thought that they were being too rough on me because I did everything everybody else did. So they thought, well, maybe we are. Okay, 1 week of it. And Dad looked at me and said, "Get up off your big time. You are not doing this. You're not controlling this family. You are going to do like everybody else." And I did. I mean, I got more spankings. I was kind of mischievous because I knew I could try to get away with it. When we started school, the hospital said, "Do not send her to school." And my father said, "Oh, she's going to school with her sibling. There's nothing wrong with her. Her brain is fine, but she just don't walk well." So I went to school. By the way, we walked to school. We did not ride a bus. So I even walked to school in my braces in the snow. Because Dad had a car. We didn't have 2 cars. We were poor. I mean, really very, very poor. But that didn't hurt. We didn't know we were poor,
Yeah.
So anyway, I went to school. Went all through high school. He waited so long I couldn't go to a regular college, so I went to a business college in Indianapolis. They paid for my books, my tuition. Jones. After I graduated from college, got a job with Herf Jones, which is a ring, make class rings. And he would pick me up after work and take me home. They figure I probably hit the luggage rack and passed out. So it took 7 men. They had to take the seat out to get me out. And they knew I was a mess. I broke my back. I have no feeling around my waist. One hip is higher than the other. They sewed my earlobes back on. They were loose. And I must have had 50 or 60 stitches in my head. Yeah, I was a mess. Yeah. And the doctor said the only reason I survived, told my parents, is of my spunk. I mean, I will say that I have done a lot in my lifetime. I never let this disease stop me, but I stayed active because they told me to.
Tell Tyler how long you can plank.
Over 2 minutes.
That's what I'm talking about. That's crazy. It's awesome.
I might have you do it on the stage at the women's event.
That's all right. Did that. And then I met my husband, and he had 4 children. But we took the kids to church every Sunday.
Where did you go then? What church did you go to?
We went to Ross Avenue Church of God.
Okay.
It's Eaton Road now, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Went there for a long, long, long time. Raised the kids there. Youth group, But it's been a blessing because they love me.
Start off, I'll probably be emotional because when I think about it, like if she didn't raise me, I can't even imagine what my life would be like, honestly. But she was perfect because she was there. She was a constant. She was strong. I mean, like she was loving. I mean, she's my mom, and I always say that and I think, like I don't mean to be, and would never want to be disrespectful to anyone else, but it's like, this is my mom. This is my person. This is the person who raised me and, made me who I am. So.
They're my life. They're wonderful children. We raised them well. They all work. They've got good families, church. So I think we did well. I just hated the fact that Everett had to, how he died. He shot himself. I don't know why. That was the most awful, awful thing. I mean, it took me a long time to get over that. They put it down as suicide, and we went on. I went on. We had a wedding in July. Margie got married in September. Her brothers walked down the aisle. So, but I just sucked it up. I said, you know what? Kids said, we'll cancel our weddings. I said, oh no, you're not canceling your weddings. Your dad wouldn't want it that way. And so we did the weddings. Then I was left by myself, and I was mad. I don't know if the kids know that in the beginning, but I think they realized that. But I had to shut down a big old house and plan 2 weddings, and we got it done.
Yeah.
And we have stayed together as a family, because I thought maybe the kids, being that they're not, now I don't call them stepchildren, they're my kids.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
How did you manage to do that? How do you keep a family together after a tragedy like that?
Well, to be truthful, do you know that we buried him on Saturday, and all of us were in church the next day? God. I'm serious. We all believe in God. We have our strength. And I'll be honest with you, I think that's why. Because, and I think they knew that I would stick by them, that I wouldn't leave them. And they depended on me. I did a lot for them, and they did a lot for me. Now Terry and I were baptized, I think in 1981, I think it was, together, the oldest girl, which was marvelous to have her and I be baptized together. But I guess ever since I started going to church with him, God has been number one in our lives, And I'll say sometimes, oh, I can't do this. And then I think, well, now God's going to be there with me, I can't really tell you. I would say back in 1974 is when we really, and it was nice. The church was nice. The people were nice. The pastor was great. And went to Bible study every Wednesday. The kids went to youth, and I went to Bible study every Wednesday night. And I guess that's probably when I really, really, really thought of God, especially when I met him. And then I kept God in my life, especially after he died, because I don't know how I would have handled it had I not had God in my life, because it was really hard.
Thinking this morning, it was like, I don't remember ever hearing her say, with her physical limitations, with, Dad's death, with anything that's happened. I don't remember her ever saying, like, this isn't fair, why did this happen to me? Or, being angry with God. I remember, like, when Dad first died, there would be times when we would be together, we would be out, and she would get emotional, and she would have her moments of, anger, but never at God. And she would like have 3 or 4 minutes. She did this all the time, where she'd have 3 or 4 minutes and she would just cry. Just cry full on. And she'd be like, okay, her go-to has always been, the statement has always been, we'll pray about it. It is what it is. And we'll get through it as a family. And that's always, whatever it is.
It has been that way,
And one thing I was thinking about this today when I thought of, what describes my mom? What is, her life? What has it been? And I'm sure you've seen it. It's just taking care of people. From the time that she married Dad, that's what she does. She takes care of people.
Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the midst of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely to goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.